Hi everybody, and welcome to my yin yoga practice for today. My name's Kiki and I'm with Sadhana Health and Wellness. I have for today's practice a trusty yoga strap, 2 blocks, a comfortable blanket, and a very big sturdy bolster. So as we're entering into winter and cold weather, we're going to tend to sit around a lot, maybe eat a lot, maybe binge watch a lot of TV. In that time, our muscles get stiff, our joints get stiff. We want to just keep everything supple and keep everything loose with tons of mobility. So yin yoga is perfect for this time of year because it's very relaxing, it's very soothing. It still is a passive form of stretching, and although you may not feel like you're doing a lot, your body knows, and you will definitely feel it because it can be kind of intense holding the poses anywhere from 1 to 7 minutes or longer, depending on how long you've practiced. So for today, we may hold the poses, depending on what they are, anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes. I have my timer ready to go here. So let's start by just taking a minute and sitting up straight and tall in easy pose. We're going to ground our sit bones to the earth, really elongate our spine. Chin is neutral, shoulders are away from the chest, hands are resting comfortably on our knees or open or in mudra, whichever makes you comfortable. Let's just take a moment to feel ourselves in our body. Feel ourselves in our surrounding. How do we feel on the mat? How does the air feel around us? The light, the movement. If we have any animals or family members that may be moving around or lingering, just acknowledge our surroundings without putting too much stock in it. It's just we are observing. Observe how your body feels, if there's any tension or tightness as you sit. And let's begin by connecting to the breath. We want to breathe in full breath deeply into our belly. Exhaling, pulling our navel in towards the spine. Inhale, filling our belly. It's inflating like a balloon. Then exhaling, pulling it in towards the spine. You may want to close your eyes at this point. You may want to look up towards your brow point or keep your gaze soft, gazing into the midfield. And let's just take a few breaths here. Set our intentions for this practice, whether it be flexibility, whether it's relaxation or toning. Just really think about what it is you want to get out of this practice. And breathe. inhale, exhale, and open our eyes and begin our practice. Let's get to our feet, and we're going to start in a forward fold. Feet are hip-width distance apart. We want a very rich bend in our knees. Really rock back and forth on your feet and get them really grounded to the earth. And then let's bend, placing our abdomen, our stomach and chest onto our thighs. And then just exhale and hang down to the floor. Hands come to the floor. You'll feel this stretch in the back of the thighs, the hamstrings. We're opening up that lower back. You can shake your head, yes. Back and forth, no. Nodding, yes. Just releasing any tension that you may feel in your neck. Here for a few breaths. Inhale and then exhale and deepen. Slide a little bit deeper into this pose, releasing those hamstrings. If you want to straighten the knees a little bit to add a little bit more intensity to the stretch. Breathe into the stretch. Breathe into those thigh muscles. Breathe into those hamstrings. Send that vital oxygen into the areas you need them to go. Staying in any pose too long is uncomfortable for you, you're free to grab your props. An alternative to this, maybe using your blocks and resting your hands on the blocks. Do what's right for you, what feels good in your body. Let's inhale and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming into a standing position. Roll the shoulders if that feels good for you. And let's take our feet out to the wide side of the mat, on the short side of the mat. And then let's slowly bend forward. Let's place our hands onto the mat, bending the knees. We're going to get into a yogi squat, malasana. Tailbone comes towards the floor. At this time, you may want to bring your hands into prayer position Elbows pressing the knees wide. Or you may want to relax, straighten the back, curl it forward, resting the hands onto the mat. Do what works for you. We're going to be holding this pose for a few minutes. Feel free to sit on a block if that's what's comfortable for you. You're going to feel this in the outer thighs, maybe in the low back. Acknowledge all the sensations that your body is giving you. And continue to breathe. Inhale, exhale, and release. Let's carefully roll back onto our bum. Stretch out our legs and windshield wiper back and forth, releasing the hips. Just a little massage. Any junk we have underneath our sits bones. Let's bring our feet together into cobbler's pose. You want to sit up straight and tall. You may want to hook the toes with your thumb and forefinger. Inhale for length, exhale, bending over our feet. Our forearms come to the outside of our shins. Now we're not forcing this. Once you find your edge, that place where you can no longer go comfortably, relax into the pose. You may want to open the hands as a gesture of surrender, of non-doing. Then just let gravity do its job. Continue to breathe deep into your belly. You may feel this on the inside of your thighs or your lower back. feels comfortable for you. You may want to use a blanket underneath your hips. Give yourself a little elevation. Let's inhale and slowly come back into a straight back. Let's take our hands and bring the knees in towards each other. Let's lean back on our hands. We'll lift our chest up towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and windshield wiper our legs and release that low back. While we're here, let's go ahead and stretch our legs out in front of us, hip width distance apart. We're going to do a seated forward bend. Toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Let's inhale to elongate the spine. Exhale, hands come up and over, and let's forward fold over our legs. You can choose to use blocks here. I'm keeping my blanket. And I'm going to use a strap. Even though this is passive stretching, I am pulling myself into my edge. And once I'm there, I'm going to relax into the pose. So find your edge. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Slowly rebuild our vertebrae one by one, coming up into a straight back. Remove your props. Let's lean back on our hands. Let's windshield wiper our legs. Stretch our legs back out in front of us. And let's bend the left leg and bring it in to our right thigh. We're going to come into another forward fold. Now when you find where you want to be, there are no limitations to what feels right for you. So you can either bend over the right leg, you can bend forward almost in a modified extended forward fold. Everything is legal as long as it doesn't bring pain and you're listening to what your body tells you. So find the place that suits you. Use any sort of props, blocks, bolsters. Find your edge. Inhale to elongate, exhale, and forward fold. Let's inhale up to center and let's switch sides. Left leg comes out, right leg is bent into the left thigh. Find your edge. Just inhale. Exhale into position. And hold. Continue to breathe deeply into the belly. Eyes can be closed or your gaze can be soft. You want to exhale any tension you have out of your body. You may want to notice the sensations you feel. Do you feel any stretching in the back of the left leg, in the low back, in your shoulders or arms? Let's inhale, coming slowly back to center. Let's lean back and just windshield wiper those legs. And let's take our legs wide. As wide as what's comfortable for you. I am going to sit on a blanket. Toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Back is straight. Let's inhale for length. Exhale, fold and find your edge. And exhale. Hold the position. In this wide-legged folded fold, we may feel this in the back of the knees, on the groin, the inside of our thighs, maybe in the low back. Feels comfortable to you, you may want to rest your elbows on a couple of blocks. it back. Remove any props that you may have. Let's lean back onto our hands and slide our legs together. And let's just slap it out. Slap our knees gently. Move in any way that's comfortable for you. You want to rotate the ankles and feet. Windshield wiper the legs. Let's come on to our hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows here. Just inhale the head up, dropping the belly. Cow, exhale, round the spine like a alley cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Move in your own way, in your own rhythm. A few more. Let's press our hips back. Hands are walking forward into Balasana, Child's Pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Your hips may or may not be touching your feet. If it's more comfortable for you, you can put a blanket in between your knees, on top of your calves. Or you may even want to put a block under your forehead. Let's inhale ourselves back to tabletop. Let's come up onto our knees. Let's curl the toes under. Seeing if you get as much of your toes, the ball of your foot if possible, onto the floor. And then we're going to stack our hips over the ankles, shoulders over the hips. We're stretching out our toes. Now this is a very intense stretch for some people. If it is uncomfortable in any way, you can come back down to your hands. can use blocks, or you can remain up onto your toes. We're stretching out the fascia in our feet and toes. Remember to breathe deep into your belly. Inhale and let's release. Slap our feet against the top of the mat. Just kind of release that tension from our toes. We want to wiggle them around a little bit. It's a very intense stretch. That's why we don't hold it too long. You have to work your way up into staying in that pose for a long time. Let's go ahead and let's get onto our bellies. Feet are pressing into the top of our mat. Stack the shoulders over our elbows and sphinx. Inhaling, stretching up and out of the waist, chest is coming forward. Now you may want to tuck the chin down, look forward or up. Find the place that feels right for you. If you want a bit of a more intense stretch, you can take your hands a bit wider and press up. Shoulders are down away from your ears, coming into dolphin, or you can stay in sphinx. If you feel any tension in your low back, contract the glutes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, let's exhale and release. Let's just take a few breaths here. Let's lay our head onto our folded hands and just take It's here. Ready. Let's gently roll over onto our backs. Let's bring our knees up, bring our feet close to our bum. And let's cross the right leg over the left. It's opening up that right leg. Ankle is on the right thigh, on the left thigh. Now we can stay here, or we can reach through to reclined pigeon and bring our knee close to our chest. The foot is flexed on the right leg. You might feel this in the outer thigh of the right hip. Just breathe. Exhale and release that left leg to the floor, and let's switch sides. Left leg comes to the right thigh. Left foot is flexed. You can choose to stay here or grab the right thigh, bring it to the chest. Inhale, exhale, release to the floor. Let's bring our arms out into a T. Lift our legs up so that they are parallel to the floor. Calves are parallel to the floor at a 90-degree angle. Let's inhale. Exhale our legs over to the right to a spinal twist. If you'd like to take this into the cervical spine, then look to the left. If it feels good to you, you may want to use block under the knees. Or a blanket. Let's slowly and gently press our right hand into the floor. Bring our knees back up to center. Exhaling them down to the left side. Turn your head to deepen the twist. And just breathe. Let's press our left hand into the floor, inhaling our legs back up to center. And let's lift our legs up towards the ceiling, opening them wide, bending the knees, coming into happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet, spread the legs wide. Knees are coming into the armpit. You may want to rock back and forth. Extend the left leg or the right leg. fun pose. It feels so good on the low back. Let's exhale and release. Take the right leg to the right side of your mat, the left leg to the left side of your mat. Let's lift the head, chin coming to chest, and lower it back down. Hands are coming to your sides, open as a gesture in surrender. You may want to use a blanket at this point, or put a pillow under your head, or even an eye pillow. And we're just going to rest here for a few moments in Savasana. Let all your cares melt into the mat. Any residual tension you may hold in your body, let it melt into the mat. As you continue to breathe, feel the earth support you. Know that you are supported in your endeavors and in this practice, that you're giving yourself the rest that you need, the relaxation that you need. You're treating yourself kindly and as the precious being that you are. Let's begin to bring our awareness back to our bodies and back to class. You may want to wiggle your fingers and toes, and shake your head from side to side. You may want to rotate your ankles and your wrist, or Rub them together and generate some heat. Rub your hands and feet together. And slowly open your eyes. And roll onto one side. And just take a few breaths. Lying in a fetal position. When you feel ready, just press yourself up into seated position, to easy pose or lotus pose. Let's sit up straight and tall. Let's do 3 inhales. Exhale the arms up. Exhale, hands into prayer. Another inhale up. Big breath, reach up and out. Exhale, down into prayer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down into prayer position. I would like to thank you for taking time, spending this time with me for this practice, and to thank yourself for giving yourself what you need, and to giving this time to yourself for healing, for relaxation and restoration. Namaste.